Hi LifeCircles family and friends. My name is Chris and I'm the recreational therapist over at the Holland location of LifeCircles. And today I just want to teach you a little bit about shaving cream art. First I'm going to introduce some of the supplies that we're going to need. So first and foremost we're going to need some different colors of food coloring. So I got this at Meijer, different assortments of things. I got some neon bright colors and then some just regular colors. You can decide just based off of whatever your color preference is. But these were $3 to $4 at Meijer. And then I got some gloves. So these were about $7 to $9 depending on where you get them. But this will help protect your hands from any food coloring that could stain your hands. So next we'll need some popsicle sticks. We got these from Meijer as well for about $3, but you won't need a lot of them. For each little individual project you'll just need 2. Next up we'll have the shaving cream. They say the cheaper the brand the better. We got this at Meijer as well for $1.19, super cheap, which is awesome. Next we got the watercolor paper. So this is just a bunch of different pages, but there are different styles, different numbers of pieces in each one. So we got this one for about $10.30, but there are cheaper ones, and we did get this at Hobby Lobby, and this one's about 30 count. Next, we just got styrofoam plates. You'll need 2 for your project. You can get those anywhere, really super cheap. And then you'll just need a permanent marker after that. So basically what we're going to be doing is creating a super beautiful name tag or just different colored watercolor colors. But we'll get you closer and give you a closer look at to how to make this happen. All right, so joining me is my lovely fiance, Morgan. She's also a rec therapist, and she's actually the one who kind of taught me how to do this. So first things first, we are going to need to put on our gloves. As I kind of mentioned, you're going to want these to protect your hands. I would also recommend, if you plan on getting a little messy, maybe like an apron or a bib of sorts, because they will stain clothes. So just something to think about if needed. So first things first, you'll take your shaving cream, make sure it is well shook, otherwise it'll just come out really watery and that will defeat the purpose. So just shake it really well. This is good arm exercise, so PTs if you're watching, good thing to do. And then you're just gonna spray it. But what you're gonna wanna do is spray it in about a square figure and fill it in. You don't want a big mound of something. You want it to be as square as possible.
I follow your instructions very well.
That's pretty good. So something like this, nothing too major. And then you're just gonna take your stick and get it to as close to the square as possible. Fill in any gaps that you kind of see. Yeah. So there we go. And what's nice is you're going to take the second plate and just have that as your second resource there. So next what you're going to do, all good, is take your first color and what you're going to want to do is take about 4 to 5 drops and spread them all around, not in the same spot. Because what happens is if you get too excited and you put a ton in one spot, it could end up turning into like a grayish color, so you're not going to get the results that we are hoping for. So once you get 5 or 6 spots taken care of, you're going to take your next color. Yep, beautiful. Mine too. Nice. And then do the same thing. 5 or 6 drops, spread out as best as you can. And should look something like this. Solid. Okay, so now you're going to take the popsicle stick that you were using before, and what you're going to do is gently just make some light strokes on top. You don't want to necessarily mix or swirl it. You just want to take the popsicle stick and kind of do like lines. So you can kind of see the result is starting to show. You're seeing these like cool little spikes, and the colors kind of mix themselves together. Do this for about a minute or so, spread it out as best as you can. And this is kind of what you get. It looks super awesome. Morgan's looks great as well. So then, what you'll do is you'll take a piece of your watercolor paper. Now, my length was pretty big, so I just cut mine into 3 different symmetrical pieces. But what you'll do is you'll take your piece and gently put it on top of the watercolor, of the shaving cream with your colors, and you'll press down for about 10 seconds. So what's happening right now is the foam and the colors are starting to absorb into the watercolor paper. And while you do that, I would suggest moving your clean sheet near you, and then you're going to gently rip off your watercolor sheet. So right now it looks pretty cool, but you just wait. So next you're going to take your second popsicle stick, the one that's clean, and on your clean plate you're going to scrape off completely all of the shaving cream. So this is, yeah, this is why you wear gloves, because it's inevitably going to get on the hands. But yeah, you just stroke it off best that you can, continuing to clean it off. And then when you're done, it's going to look something like this, just a big splash of a bunch of color, which is super awesome. So what you do now is you give it about 10 minutes to dry. So we'll get back to you in a few minutes, and we're going to see the next result and give you the next steps to do, okay? Awesome. So we're back, and our colors are dry. So what I would do now is, if they're not already cut into a pretty good square, I always just kind of cut them into a little bit more of a square figure. You can do what you want with those pieces. You can toss them, you can make them into something different. It's totally up to you. But this is basically what you'll end up with. Morgan's is a pretty pink and orange color. And this is where you take your Sharpie and find the spot where you want to just put your name or a positive affirmation of sorts. If you're making it for somebody else as a gift or a bookmark, you can put their name on it. I'm going to be selfish a little bit and keep this one for myself because it's really nice. I'll pass this off to Morgan. And then there you go. So up close, you can see my name. Now, there's a couple ways you can go about finalizing this project. So You can either leave as is and let this just be what it is, or if you have access to a lamination machine, what happens when you laminate it, it brightens the color significantly. So there's two different ways, as I kind of presented before. This is without the lamination, which is still really cool. And then this one is with the lamination. So it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but very bright color. And it just looks more like almost like a bookmark. It's super slick. And then Morgan's final piece there. Just some love, just spreading some love to you guys. But that is how you do it. It's pretty simple, pretty cost effective. And you can do it with your loved ones. You can do it with whoever. You can do it by yourself. It's totally up to you. Now, if you're sitting there thinking like, wow, that's a lot of shaving cream to be wasting, what you can also do is if you have a couple other extra sheets, like I said, I cut mine into 3, so there's 2 of us, there's an extra sheet. So we are just thinking, just add an extra droplet or 2 of another color. So you got this creamy color of the one Morgan did, and she's gonna take some more red and just add a little bit to it. And kind of repeat the process that we did earlier.
Maybe. Thank you.
So yep, just add those droplets. Once you mix them in, hold it for a few seconds. And then wipe it off. You might need an extra plate or an extra popsicle stick. But in a nutshell, you'll get a different color, which is pretty sweet. So that's our tutorial. We hope you guys are interested in this and hope that it brings you some sort of excitement and joy during this tough time. So until next time, enjoy this fun mess, and we will talk to you later. Signing off from the Burgoyes household. Bye, guys.
You got to quit it. I made a mess.